welcome back to yet another interesting session of Quest for Literature. This is the third video in Australian Literature series. If you have not yet watched the previous two videos, do watch it. I had given the link in the description box as well as at the end screen. If you are watching this channel for the first time, don't forget to subscribe as well as click on the bell icon and enable all options so that you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. In this video, we are going to discuss about the poem From Testament by Dorothy Hewett. Dorothy Hewett was born on 21st May 1923 in Western Australia. She is one of Australia's leading playwrights. She had also written novels, autobiography, articles, and short stories. In 1945, she has awarded the first prize in National Poetry Competition, and her first collection of poems about the people appeared in 1963, and she was died in 2002. The poem From Testament is taken from the poem Testament, and Testament is one of the poems in collected poems in 1940 to 1995. The poem gives us a critical portrait of settlers' family in Australia. The poem begins like this: "These have I lost, being too much loved, and having for their virtue only this, that I have loved them, that cold white wanton with the stiff-necked pride of centuries of narrow-minded squires migrating to a strange, dark, brutal country, where you met the convicts shackled on the roads, and the hangman's rope cast shadows on the soil." These beginning lines shows the psychological condition of the convicts who comes to Australia. The convicts, they had lost everything which they had loved too much. Now they have only the memories of the things that they loved in their past life. The following lines shows that though they were convicts, they have the stiff-necked pride of narrow-minded squires. They described Australia as a strange, dark, brutal country. They can meet convicts who are shackled on the roads, and they live in Australia with the fear that they always face death. That is what described in the line, "the hangman's rope casting shadows on the soil." Sitting astride their horses, their 2 feet clamped coldly in the mud mash, giving birth to sons, all with the dignity of Englishmen. They carefully translated their whole way and pride of living to a hangman's land, ploughed the dark soil, wrenched order from its chaos, its sullen, hostile hatred of their hands, subdued it, mixed their coldness with its hunger. These lines shows how much the settlers struggled to start a new life in Australia. When the convicts are forced to come to Australia, Australia is a place which is untouched by human hand. So they face a lot of struggles to survive there. Even the soil is not fertile. That can be evident from the lines which describes how even the horse struggled to move in the mud mash. The settlers can't even move on their legs. They have to move on their horses, and the horses even want to move their legs with heavy force. Though they face a lot of struggles, still they have the dignity of Englishmen. Now they start adapting to live in that strange, dark, brutal country. Just for their survival, they start cultivation, so their soft hands turn into hard hands and they even start hating their own hands. But they subdued it, all their emotions, with the hunger. Because if they want to survive, they are forced to do cultivation. Never gave up or ceased to plow and sow because it was their only living passion. These cold eyed men, with honor in their hearts, the passion for the land, to feel the soil, aches through their thin loins. It was like another man's hunger for a wanton woman. Though they faces a lot of struggle, they never give up plowing and sowing because it was their only living passion. To reduce their pain in stomach, they started cultivating, which was like another man's hunger for a motiveless woman. Building their red broad churches in the clearing, puritanical among the ring-barred gum trees, standing like a witch's Sabbath on the sky, leading the flock, sending their thin, dark daughters home to England for their education. From these lines, the readers comes to know that the settlers start establishing their life in Australia. The first thing that they had done, they established their religion, built churches, they destroyed the forest and start worshipping God. Now they are no more farmers, they are shepherds. They start sending their next generation to their homeland, England, for their better education. Treating the sad-eyed blacks with kind content, shipping their pianos, portraits, rugs from England, building their English houses by the rivers, yet all mad-eyed, lonely men with strange misgivings. Though they have friendly relationship with the blacks, they consider them as unworthy, and they had transferred all the things that they had left in England to Australia. And in Australia, they started an English way of living that shows they start dominating Australia. Your heritage, my love, these forefathers who sit with white skulls, nodding in the grass, holding you with their stiff-necked principles, as if they were a council of old men crouching like stumps against the reddening sky. Concluding lines shows that the forefathers of the settlers, they act as a council of men and they really hold the settlers to Australia. That's the end of today's session. Thank you all for listening. If you find the video is good, like it as well as share it with your friends. And don't forget to follow me in Facebook and Instagram. Till the time we meet next, stay tuned to Quest for Literature. Keep reading and know the world.